coming in, folks. Eyes on YZ like he pushed up. It's Zekin getting in their face already.
Down A.
Trying to get up over towards that belt's direction. Gets his, but YZ is still standing.
That's something that Bilibili are going to have to be aware of playing on attack. It's so easy for the Omen to get some of these forward positions. Play from belt, play from pipes.
No Sentinels presence here at A, and they're not convinced that that's where Bilibili are ending yet. Of course, Elsis has pushed up, ready to watch a drift back in the B direction, which is a little bit more tightly held, but now, just now, these rotates are coming through to the A side. Bilibili looking to pave the way.
They're just biding their time. They're seeing if anyone from Sentinel's backside would have gone for a peek. Maybe they can get a man advantage that way. Neff spots out Zelsis. Everyone from B rotating off. Do they expect this long?
They're gonna crunch him.
Well, they certainly do now. He has to convert. Neff finding the advantage for Bilibili as the rest of the team pivot back towards this B side, and it looks like he wants to go for more. What a shot!
Out of nowhere comes Neff. Heads are rolling. The IGL from Bilibili making an early statement.
30 seconds left.
Nice little pivot back here from our Chinese #2 roster. See the vulnerability of Zelsis in mid and pounce on him.
That is a cheeky plant too for mid under tube. You don't see that often. And Narrate was already even tagged up.
One-way poison orb that he can play off of, but it's unlikely he's going to be able to encourage a bounce back to A for Bilibili. And now they hear the marshal ring out. They know it's about to get heavy. Pressure on John as he backs away. Harbor wall's going to be set up now as SEN will have a chance to fight for this.
Looks like YZ wants to go hunting, playing up top, unexpected position.
Takes a bit of damage, drops on down, but the rest of Sentinels are considering throwing themselves at the situation. Knight from Yellow spray through that Viper wall. His double controller can be very oppressive to play against, and YZ finds a time to get back in. Knight cleans off Narrate, trying to control from Crow's Nest. And Zekin and John, yeah, not long for this one. Great little shock dart that catches the KO out, and Zekin has not got much to do. Bangno's got a good little line around it. One-way, Russia, how?
The jump peak?
2 headshots. Absurd against Liquid Russia. Also, incredible game from him. Big step up and in a pivotal role on this Harbor. Cracks that A site open.
That play should not be happening. That is not realistic. What on earth? We're going to need to see the replay of that one. I believe he gets the spike down as well, so he's just 2 orbs away now from the Reckoning and off on the hunt even. Bonus round being converted on attack. We have seen this map be pretty attack favored since coming back in the pool with just A-hit slams, especially when you have the Harbor. It's so oppressive. It's so difficult to get back in those sites.
Russia belatedly now going for some extra guns. Knows there's very likely going to be a turret awaiting him in kitchen. And I'm getting deja vu. This is reminiscent of SEN's start against Wolves on split. They lose the pistol and the bonus, and then the timeouts start rolling in as they look for an answer.
5K or so.
There's going to be a lot of work for SEN to try and keep a lid on this and to get us narrated. Embroiled in an early engagement. YZ doubles down.
7-1 for him already. YZ is a relentless player. He making a late round pivot towards B. This has been the name of the game for them so far. Send that one lurker, typically Neff, get some space, which he succeeded at. Pressure the other side of the map with a pack and then pivot back.
Zekin tried to put that one-way back up there. Wyatt, but it looks like Bilibili a little bit too fast for him. Caught out of green here by this Nano Swarm, and Levius is affected by the paranoia. So Zekin decides to tuck in Snowman. SEN want to take a pitched engagement here after the plant.
It is dangerous. Their Harbor is down, so they don't have that additional high tide to actually obscure the view from these angles, and Zekin takes full advantage of that. Just not enough power to keep that Viper wall up, so K9 can actually get away.
Challenging the dig BLG out of these entrenched positions around the B side. Zelsis, though, does get a spot. That 0 point was pretty helpful. Does he drop down and take a fight? He's looking for a gun barrel. Sees it on the right, but Neff's too quick with the left side swing. John will flash himself out here. Zekin has to take that yellow fight, and John succeeds. It's all on YZ now. A great start to the round, but he can't quite land the plane. That is a hard-fought round for Sentinels to win. And it's very costly to get the defenders into the game to keep the pressure on. Here's an Aldrone narrating a pretty aggressive position, and bang, is there to follow up.
I mean, that is the most YZ-coded YZ play. Oh, I know where he is. Time to swing. I mean, just... And hey, so far, it's been working for him. I cannot blame him whatsoever.
It's been the same spot he's played from, though, and SEN had a high-low setup with Bang there, just pushing around pipe. BLG there maybe just overplay their hand a little bit, and we're running low on time. 43 seconds left in the round. No duelist up for BLG.
And F does break that alarm button. You can see it has drawn some attention from the defenders of SEN. Both initiators pivoting towards that boiler position, mid position, and now the util is coming through from Bilibili to get into this site. When Rusia gets the spike down here, if he can get it down, and should in the cove, he's going to have the reckoning for the post plant. That could be enough to convert a 4 versus 5.
Playing from the cove instead, Obster. Head up to Crow's Nest. They'll be posted up on 410. SEN, all 5 guns in the game for a retake. A very flash-heavy composition. First, it's a bit of information. Thrash is going to go ahead, see what he can spot out. Rushia's on top of 410, and he'll be brought down by Bang. He's been very snappy in these rounds. Night falls by the wayside. Now it's Neff and Levius who have to play from a long distance. Neff, IGL, all on his own, and that is stunning. It's up to Zelsus and John to bring him down, but John's on the defuse, still gets the job done. Ironclad nerds to keep the stick. BLG under the cover of all of this site. Obscuring util will have their plant.
He's just walking through. He's just walking through the walls.
But he can. He's not walking into a high-low setup like he was the previous round. It was that singular player of Zelsus. And he wasn't even in an aggressive spot. Viper's bit to follow up here. Zekin found YC.
Will not slow down. He's just going to keep fighting.
Maybe that's exactly what SEN are hoping for. They've evened up the odds now. Okay. Here's the null command. Rusia has to respect the fragment, stepping to the side of it now, still occupying this pit, but takes a big hit down to 30. It's dangerous, but Rusia thrives in these circumstances, and the spray is good. 2 for the Harbor. Levy is now playing from Crow's Nest. Sees John on the low ground, but all these ultimates, it's just too much to handle. YC's licking his lips, looking to put this blade sword to work. Reckoning also going to be deployed now. It's a lot for SEN to manage with these weaker weapons, and YZ floated like a butterfly. Gets hit pretty hard though there, dropped low. Zelsus did fall by the wayside. And here's K-Knight in to the cookie jar. And we'll have his meal. It's all on Zekin now. We'll step up and let this one be done without much events. Now we're headed over towards the B direction. And as always, Neff trying to play through me, but this time John is ready. Playing from Boiler.
Oh, and Zekin just unaware of what's going on, and Zelsus tries to swing in for him. They end up going 2 for 2. Not a horrendous result. Safety in the cove to get this spike down for Rusia. How do Bilibili want a position right now? They're going back into B main. Why is he going far away? It looks like he wants to try to rewrap through mid. The danger is the spike isn't exactly planted for him, so he's going to have to pick up the pace and get really deep towards that site.
Wow, up on top of 2, but he's made a bunch of noise, and Bang is ready for him. Never change, YZ.
Found them.
2 players over here towards yellow. That's what BLG are working with in this post plant. John is readying a pop off this flash. Rusia moves in. Oh my goodness, again! That is ungodly from Rusia! Here comes all of the Harbor util deployed. Code placed out a little further into the open. K-Knight able to get a plant despite being a bit more exposed. And there's Rusia yet again. Sharpest attack. Narrate tries to show.
Just another reckoning already. Absurd.
And they're making great use of this now. SEN really having their Jimmy's rustled. Only with these sheriffs to go to work with. Another clean execute. BLG once more commit that reckoning.
Turret to watch for players coming up to. Zelsus can watch under. Just jiggling that angle. The sack on A. This is a solid setup.
All right, what is this?
Split right now. The rare A split.
Okay, we've got some pressure coming from A main at the same time as well. Narrate has fallen on the side. John getting a little bit nervous, but he's going to spray him anyway. Oh, it's a 3-piece for the Moroccan mastermind. And he knows there are players on the side for Bilibili. Bites his time. Gets second up by Rafters to take the fight, but Levius beats him to the punch and through the smoke, apparently. Levius deals with John.
You should run.
Numbers are even now, and both teams go for these lockdowns simultaneously. A Venn diagram of disaster in the middle, and Zelsus waits on them to come on out and give them a fight. Just some trades here. Shots through the one-way, most likely. Favor Bilibili, and there's John.
Oh my god.
Nonchalant is YZ.
I'm liking this round from Bilibili right now with YZ fighting this middle area of the map. The rest of the team making a lot of noise B main, and then I believe they run away out of B main to try and audio cue a pivot. Is Nary going to catch YZ here? He's trapped between 2 players.
Caught an audible. YZ now reveals himself. Narrate's got the timing. Finally, the thorn in the side for SEN has been extracted, but plant down to B behind all of this controller util.
That offered enough distraction that neither anchor could focus on main. Thrash coming through Paranoia into B main as well. Counter Hunter's Fury, just can't connect onto Narrate.
A little bit too low. Neither Narrate nor Zelsus affected. Rusia in this position, we saw him rip a shot on towards Crow's Nest a couple rounds back. This time a little bit more patient. Levy is in position for a wrap. Sen surely. Oh, they've got a turret watching the timing, but it doesn't seem to matter because they're fighting over the B. It's favoring this Chinese squad. It is Russia dominating yellow again and again. There's Neff. Doesn't quite have a sharp enough peek around the corner. Now Sen have that mid control this round.
I love that from Zelsis. This is a really intelligent pivot.
So look at Sen pulling off this A side. Perhaps because of this. The Reckoning comes in, Sen's just going to give it up for the time being. Zekin. Got to be joining the team now.
Okay, Kano wants to get in a cheeky position to even things up, but he's triple swung. Senna so prepared for that. Probably expecting YZ to be up there, to be frank, but they'll be happy to get that kill regardless.
Through the high tide, expect multi-swings on YZ. He's got to get out. Cloudburst away with the paranoia and effect. Russia, though, again, surely not. He backs up. Takes John QT out of the game and then falls back to a more safe position. He gets a second. How is he getting away with this? Levius and YZ now have to fight for this in a short-handed situation. He's on the spike location and in the middle of the dark cover. He dispatches Narrate. Now, though, overwhelmed. Zekin and Zelsis to the rescue. And Levius sees one of them, but he can't stop Zelsis. A great round from Zelsis, getting that mid-control, converting into a very important fourth round for Sen. Deja vu vibes continue. Already early push up from Bilibili here. YZ, unsurprisingly at the front, and Zekin is waiting.
Nice little classic right click to open things up for Sen. A much-needed pistol round. Now taking their time. Zekin's going to wait for the rest of the team to be able to group up so they can take B main together. Neff just hoping to get one kill and then escape, and he does exactly that.
That was Narrate, poor guy. Get taken down there. So that at least has given Bilibili a bit more confidence, evening the ledge. There's now an encroachment from the Sen side on A, and it's just K-Knight who's watching for belts.
Bro is out in the open. Just watching for belt. Recon going to go through today. Attempt to swing onto pressure coming both sides of the map.
Well, gets swung on. K-Knight's the one that precipitates that action. He is very exposed in that spot. Here's Russia. He also pretty exposed and on his own.
Fellas, we're getting a little bit too silly with these peaks right now. Sen are exploiting that overextension and aggression from the defenders. Now Levius wants to get in a decent position. He's go for the one. I love the way he's playing this. The movement is sick.
That is raw sauce. And there is Neff to come to the rescue. No force here though in the anti-eco. Pistols, and Neff says, well, don't mind if I do.
He loves just pushing up, getting one and leaving. He gets away with it again. But of course, this is just Sen on all classics. Pretty standard way to take yellow there. We're going to probably see that a couple more times in this half, where you have Zekin teleport across, basically pseudo-jet, while that flash comes through from John.
Neff trying to see what he can find. YZ, front and center, delivers. Zekin flattened Russia. Pick it up where he left off. We'll wait this one out. In the middle of the dark cover is YZ, hovering over them like a spectre. Holding onto it as well. It's Narrate taken out, and he just drops back.
With the Spectre as well, and now they want to double up play back yellow. They have been spotted out by the 0 points here. Nice little cascade to play off. I like that Ramusha giving good utility to support, to these anchors.
Slowly, Bilibili giving up this map control, but they're always forcing Sen to part with their util in order to do so. Very expensive advancement for Sen across the map here.
Zelsis is hoping to be on his Neff arc going through Tube. Hoping to have as much impact as the Viper did on those attack side lurks. He's hearing a lot of movement there, actually. Of the players going through Kitchen. That should alert the rest of the team that they can get into this B site off the wall. And it's nice when you have those additional dark covers as well. You can cover up, obscure that angle from the snowman, make it safer to...
Oh, God. Zelsa surely has heard this. Looks like very quickly YZ got under Tube. So Zelsis hasn't been able to be effective from this position outside of just radioing back some of this information.
Look at that second, puts a dark cover on the turret so he can get by undetected.
Maybe it's taken down here. Second, playing from yellow. Knight has to step up here. Sen got 3 guns in the game still. K-Knight needs to find a way to extract them. Maybe take Bank first. That is a big ass, and Zelsis finally activates.
He's in the action. To just stand up there, activate the dash, go for an early fight. Oh my God, again, Neff, speaking of early fights, just wants to keep trying to get these tight angle picks in main and then fall away. That time, punished hard for it.
This is something we've seen SEN do already this tournament. On the attack side, punish these individual wide swings, risky plays from their opponents, and there's Zelsis. Sometimes the best laid plans go to waste. That one, though, at least results in a 1-for-1. And SEN have a pretty heavy-handed post-plant scenario now. And now I think Bilibili say, we don't have a whole lot to do here. This Viper's Wall, though, will be a factor and in play.
30 seconds left.
Narrate's looking to try and get up a plant.
They're really trying to delay with these mollies, and in fact, if time gets low enough, they might want to use this Reckoning if they can stop the Wingman.
They didn't. Wingman gets the plant down, and John and Bang get to work. Ooh, buddy, blink and you miss it.
Before retreating out of it, they will play this safe.
There are, amidst this, getting Neff in a backstab position, but he's spotted out by the turret and actually has to call a cancel on that. Narrate's in the side. Here comes a Viper's Pit now from Sentinels to shore things up. K-Knight swings out. John, man, he's been solid. Finds his one. Rushi, though, has been very, very dangerous in situations not unlike this one. Zelsis knew this was coming. The turret got broken about 10-15 seconds ago, and he knew Narrate's okay. Gets in there and interrupts Rushia. And now Levius, credited with that first kill of the round on Zekin. This is just too much to expect from him. And Narrate steps up to clean him out. The timing looks pretty good. Here's nobody. Okay, just one affected by that 0 point. An in comes Sentinel trying to make this hit. Bang is taken down. YZ eviscerates him now as K-Knight tries to crouch and spray. It's no good.
Long range Dead Frenzy. Not going to do a whole lot. I mean, I like John using Null Command to turn those knives off, but he's just hungry for more. Trade it out.
Still, YZ is in that flanking position. SEN know there might be a little bit of a clock, and the knives are back out and ready to go. But Narrate's getting into the game now. What a time to do it. Levius again, the last player standing. There's a lot to deal with. The turret claims him. Oh, you hate to see it. Oh!
Does get the ping on the YZ, but certainly no one should be able to convert on that. He's way too far back.
I think they're going to try and fight this anyway. YZ
waiting for it.
He's recovered. Yeah, ships in the night, they pass through the dark, cover on either side of each other. Zekin has gotten deep, but YZ has a chance to pop out here, and Zelsis is not ready for it. There's a gap in the net. Zekin, though, himself is the cat amongst the pigeons. Tries to get away, the Reckoning deployed, and BLG able to catch him out.
YZ is hoping to just get one and run away.
Doesn't have a tailwind. Always had to be like a natty peak, and again, he has no backup. He doesn't expose himself like some of his contemporaries did in this situation earlier this map.
30 seconds left.
Paranoia comes in, YZ unaffected though, is going to be tucked here by the box, but Zekin knows where to dig him out, but here come the reinforcements.
The spike is so far forward.
It is out in the open. Zekin has to help John retrieve, and they're going to come forward. Playing from Crow's Nest, now it's Zekin in a 1 versus 3. And Roshi is too quick for him. 3 for the Harbor. Oh God, he's still holding that line. Zelsis is about to walk into a trap, and K-Knight from the rafters hangs. It doesn't matter. What a win for Zelsis. Now it's a step forward for Sentinels, but much more to be done. Look at this rotate getting pulled over.
It's convinced them that they have to go back to this A-site center, fully cut noise after getting space back yellow on B. Zelsis caught, so things are evened up, but the plant will be going down 4-3 right now.
He single-handedly opens this opportunity for SEN to get an uncontested B-side plant. Trades his life out. He's done his job for now.
John has a strong amount of utility to play with here as well. Actually has both flashes. They didn't need to use it to take back yellow earlier. He's got the molly for delay. Second is a Paranoia. Gonna be tough for Bilibili to get back in. They do have a cove maybe to get a safe defuse. They're hoping to use it there. Yep, it's going to be activated.
Paranoia throwing out Zekin, just a little too slow to the punch. Narrate tucked in the corner, he knows he's going to be overwhelmed, and YZ wants to push up into the rest of the defenders. The high tide comes down, and so does the curtain on this first map for Sentinels.
Bracket to make it to those playoffs. Neff catches a beautiful timing while the rest of the players swing from mid for the distraction. Lovely.
He was waiting for that. He knew, of course, there'd be contact taken by his top mid teammates.
Even a dink onto Zelsis, 13 HP. Backboba doubling up with John, who has a full kit, but no players to actually use it with.
Shock dart, that's dangerous. Definitely threatening to someone like Zelsis. Now, gonna swing out there, taken down. K-Knight is quite low as his Levius. We're in a post plant though, so SEN just have to throw themselves at this, and YZ will wait for them. Relay bolt to pave the way, and in he slides.
Spike planted.
Want to go off this Paranoia, Zekin running in.
Rushia though, ready to receive him. Zekin just cut down before he can really land any sort of damage. And that's just going to push this. He says, oh, well, let's just see what's on the other side of tomorrow. K-Knight will see John. He'll be low. Easy as you like. Bonus, and it really came back to hurt them. Why is he forced off that line though? Fault line. Paranoia came out to meet him.
Look at this fast pivot though from Bilibili. They are right into mid. And all of a sudden there's so much pressure on Zelsis. Oh, Borussia caught on the teleport. What a snap from John!
Tiny stuff.
Flawless.
And so the round ends as quickly as it began.
They have slowed things down. A tad that dark cover on the right side. They would hope could maybe make someone on SEN think they want to push up mid, maybe go left. They do now break the tripwire. It was there for the majority of the time. The dark cover was obscuring that right side view. Levius has taken B main away from Zekin, who has been happy to face.
He's looking for more. All of BLG are going to be here. Does Zekin have a way of getting out scot-free? Now wants to hang around, lingers for one, relay bolt. He wants more, but Rushia's got the other side covered. He's fortunate to get out. Fast lane deployed. Zekin's out of dodge. But Bilibili want to keep the pressure on, boy. He just doubles back and says, you know, I think I'll take some more. And there's John. Up to 8 kills for those keeping track. And Rushia cowering in the smoke. Spike loose and in front of main. He's tucked on the corner now, at least in a position to punish John, so he does. Narrate, though, will put him to bed. And Zekin Zelsis is playing in the side here.
They use these multiple reconnaissance initiator utility pieces to get really close to B main. Second, 2 shots to free and easy kills.
Bang wants a bit of the action too. Nobody's come knocking. Have you heard the good word of our Lord and Savior, the SEN bundle, he says? Back away, still no action. And this is Bilibili knocked down to a pretty anemic kind of buy. Grouping up for this foray on A. Their last gambit here for this round number 5. TP onto the box and the cover of the smoke, but drops off that instantly. And as expected, the spam does come in his direction.
Sentinels, they already have made the pivot here. Just a nice double face to deny anyone for Bilibili coming through elbow. Bang in the perfect position for that double face. Make it a high-low play on the box.
Link was smoked up and Bang, yeah, of course, can play from here as Omen. Narrate might want to Prowler out here. Rushia was right in the way.
Catch them.
Still no plant yet. Knight had to get off of it because of the threat of the C's coming in. And finally, though, they do stick it. Oh, not sorry, Knight got off the last second again. Okay, we have a plant. Zekin's thinking about it, but that's awkward as the curtain drops. Celsius had his 6. Backing him up as Rushia and Knight caught out in the open. Levius now at risk of being turned into Swiss cheese. Realizes he may as well wait to this bulldog to see what can be extracted. The answer is absolutely stoned, nothing.
Or rather get the information for that really obnoxious tuck close right angle. So as far as SEN know, Bilibili could be postured all the way up towards A right now. Second, and Zelsis able to collect 2 in this mid fight.
And that's really taken off the pressure after things went a little bit awry early, but Levius has gotten deep here. Trapwire cleared, camera also out of the picture. He realizes there might be multiple guns waiting for him in Boba, and here comes the rolling thunder. SEN, watch the sight right behind him. Zekin's there with the overdrive too and a neural theft.
30 seconds
It's going to tell them everything they need to know, that the spike is en route to A.
Maybe hoping to get a bit more with that rolling thunder if Billy had already gone into the site, but they'll be content with just isolating another kill to extend the man advantage of this round. They certainly should expect that YZ could be postured in spawn right now. Rushia caught with the utility in hand.
Slip past YZ, he just wasn't ready for that. Rushia had no advance notice whatsoever. Fast lane thrown up here, paranoia in effect, and YZ's going to wrap around, try and play from alley. Here with a fault line. SEN know where he's coming from no matter what, and Bang will simply try and defuse. John QT brought to heal, but YZ couldn't do much more. Zekin says, hey, Gabagool, welcome to Jersey, baby.
Listen up.
And Billy, they are forced into this round. Rifles and Guardians, YZ going fast, and what a kill on the Bang.
Oh, I'm going to be punished. Bang not in a position. And here comes that null command now. SEN start to scramble on the site, and YZ will run them down. Narrate can barely tuck behind boxes, and YZ comes calling. Makes short work of him.
Oh, you know he's going to go for more. He is not slowing down.
I mean, why not?
Almost out.
Why not? SEN here hopes to maybe play into this double up, but Rushia there is watching. Sat behind YZ, giving him a safety net. And of all the players to do this to, how's the timing looking for Bang? Less than ideal.
Oh no!
Players caught with slappers only.
with that push down now as well, BLG, they're going to feel like they need to get into this A site right now, so they accelerate the pace, and they want to flip the site. They want to play towards spawn. It looks like they're at least...
Spike planted.
Maybe YZ does.
They know he's there. Santa pinging this alley area heavily. They're trying to overwhelm him. Russia on the side, sees, thrown out. Here's YZ, and there he goes.
Oh, just too many players.
Sen playing around him. Really needed to overload him player-wise to win that out. Here comes Hunter Skiri though from elbow. But Zekin's got near to the site. Knight, he's got to be under some pressure. Nephew sat on the other side of the dark cover. Will spam if he needs to, but does he know when the rate is? There's the spray. Gets it to half. That ought to be enough. Shock dart comes in. Too little, too late. K-Knight unable to avert the round win.
Gotta go.
I guess the information as far as Nere being the lone man on site at the moment. Why is that going to connect the relay bolt? But he's going to get it
There.
out the way.
Does he know John's there as well? It's actually 2 plays in percent. Oh, that is dirty. Zelsis though on the side. Large and in charge. Deals with the Neon. John went down, but Nare's still alive. They're over towards the alley side, but Rushia dinked early in the round at 10 health. They're still able to cause some problems, making waves. And it's on the Vibes Merchant himself. Zelsis knows 3 players are looking for him. Levius will be the one credited with the elim. Testing market very early. Relay bolt forces Zekin out into the open, and there's a hit coming from B-Main at the same time. Zekin caught in the open.
Caught on the jump up, he had to retreat. He was stunned up. Teleport in now from Rusha deep into the site.
Zelsis now not quite aware of what's waiting for him on the other side of this dark cover. Has to pick his spot to perfection. Pings his own location. Neff though finds him. Can't see a damn thing, but still knows how to get that M1 for the boys. And there's a triple swing. Sen have the players lined up. Neff and K-Knight fall by the wayside, and Narrate's gotten into Boba.
What awareness.
That's why he's out of the picture. Now becomes a bit more uncomfortable. BLG, loose footing here on this anti-retake attempt, but gonna try and sneak Rushia around. Does he have the look on Narrate? So aware Narrate was been, but not ready for that. Bang. Percent on both sides. Tries to break half of the pincer, but doesn't know where to look.
Oh, that post plant is just so... He's been having a tough time with those early fights that Bilibili have been happy to take. Double face down mid. K-Knight caught completely unaware.
But Bilibili knew about the double face. YZ spammed that area in the previous round and got a kill. Sen still trusting in that setup with their 2 initiators at the top of the map. Drop the spike.
Smoke thrown over towards elbow. That's from Bang. So YZ does feel a little uncomfortable pressing up. Look at this positioning. Double flash. Rusha wants to swing. Doesn't actually catch anyone. Sen are happy to just play off-site right now.
This insert for Zelsis in mid. I'm pretty sure he hears Levius there and he even sees him. Doesn't want to commit. Here's that null command now to supplement this hit to the A side. With Spike already down. Levius just doubles back and knew Zelsis was there, deals with him.
I love this null command. I mean, Sen, they're obviously going to play this for full retake with the man advantage that they had, but it's just going to give so much delay. It's going to reduce the clock by such a significant extent. Here comes the util. Now the retake can come in.
Dakin gets into the side immediately. Across the Sneffer with the Stingers able to fight him up close, but YZ looking for the Neon. Gets out on the side. It's 2 with the Stinger for second. Now BLG down to just Levius, and he can't see this tap on the spike. Flash there for John to set up a 3rd kill. Sentinels with the patience of ages. Give another option for Bilibili. John is biding his time. He's got just the answer for this. And here's Bilibili maladroitly touching down. Bang got dealt with. Rushia's in a bit of a nasty spot, but Celsius just clears him out. YZ slides back into action now. And there's some presence here from Ali. John's going to get pressured. Flash himself on the angle. YZ tries to turn it. No swing just yet. Takes 2, tries it again. This time, Sen have the answer.
Wait, the shock dart. Oh my god!
Down to 13. Dangerous now. Bilibili are not going to let Sen mill around mid. They're going to dig them out if they just linger. And they have.
That entire time, Zelsis was getting space over towards a fault line. He wants to swing off. There's so many players to face, but he does even things up, not without taking a lot of damage. Shock dart could be lethal this time. No. Goes wide.
Zekin and Zelsis both low. But still in the game. Nice little paranoia there. Flash util also disrupting BLG as they try and set up from Link. They're going to push the site now. Through the smoke. Bang, tucked in the corner. Everybody comes to him, served up on the silver platter. And a double swing potentially set up for BLG. We're going to work.
Traded.
A.
Okay. Second on the slide.
Yeah, K-Knight being dealt with on the other side is a problem, but BLG have mostly stacked this site. Delasess, spray is good. YZ can't defeat the crosshair placement. And he'll take his ult orb as well.
That flash just an inch away from connecting onto Zelsis, but doesn't quite go far enough. That's going to make things very easy to close
Planted.
this out and get a clean anti-eco for Sen, who, as opposed to Bilibili, they are buying those heavy upgraded rifles on this round too. Zekken has that Phantom already moving forward. That dark cover thrown mid really has Bilibili thinking that there's going to be a lot of presence shown towards market. That trip is going to further that idea in their minds.
Yeah, just clears it, backs away. And now Sen are waiting. BLG just to peek out, take a risk to get some information, and look to punish them as a result.
This drone could be dangerous. It's broken. Narrate on the swing, wins the duel with the Stinger.
And now the neural theft, that's just what they were looking for. Zekken's 2 kills in the previous round, plus ult or pickup gives them this very important ultimate in a situation like this. And they know A is a short-handed sight. They know YZ is lingering close to top mid. But do they know that he's
30
this
seconds
close?
left.
Oh, the timing. You can't manufacture that. Narrate's able to respond. That's the second kill for his Stinger in this round. This bonus from Sen so far has been smooth sailing.
You just can't help but want to go for more. Rusha's going to get forced a little bit out in the open here. Time is getting so low, but he is shot down. 1 versus 1.
That kill, that's the one that might break the back of BLG in this round, in this map even. Looks like a fault line connected onto K9 in Link. So Sen are knowers.
Last player.
Yeah, they deal with it. What a clean round this has been, and then an opportunity to recover these rifles.
And, oh, he
He will
that. Oh, and now they know he's tucked in the corner. He has the paranoia. He's stuck. He's cooked. He's cooked.
Caught out by the util combo, and now B-side definitely has a bullseye on it.
Bring them down.
Prowler out. Because seeing that trap wire, Levius caught in the fault line, but inside the smoke, a degree of safety. He can tuck into this little alcove, but he knows the vultures are starting to circle.
So they want to go even further. They're getting into that backside, trying to post up. Zekken at a deep position. Levius still there, and he is caught.
Little wayward, that one is nice. Neff drops down. That's a Zekken understands his projectile motion pretty well. So this round, like the alphabet, will end with X. YZ trying to come out with a couple cute swings, but will be put out by Bang.
Rusha is holding a devious angle on main. Oh my god.
Cover going out.
Don't ask me how he saw that. He's going to punish the little tight swing. So no Zekken. Sen have to convert on this 4 versus 5 scenario. 0 point came out in that A direction. Tension really building. They know BLG are on the precipice here. They just need to give them a little push. Neff flashes himself out. Fault line was going to come from anyway. And why is he tries to swing off it? The fault line caught Neon. And now BLG down to 3. Guardian in half. Varushi has got to stand his ground now. Found the Prowler. And all of a sudden, center out of dodge. They're leaving.
There are 15 seconds left. John is taking the spike all the way through spawn. Can he get...
So much.
Right? Oh, okay. Rushi sees this. He knows they're going to get ahead of this.
One
Oh
enemy
my god,
remaining.
this timing is
Just.
Bro, I
Just.
all right, I mean, sure, that was...
0.33
That is
seconds
crazy.
remaining. That is the tightest clearance that you could ask for. And BLG, again, it's Levius, just in dismay, has to drag himself onto the site and face the music. The Sentinels, it's a cacophony of cheers. That'll be dealt with nicely. Levius not in a position to play off of it. And now Sen, simmer. As things start to come to a boil, let's swing at his smoke now. See Zekken break the crosshair placement and deal with Levius. Sen had the numbers, overwhelming the sole defender of the site. And YZ, all-star YZ, has to salvage. That's a good start. Rushia down, no big damage done. The Noisy eventually will be dealt with. Electrifying play from Zekken in a 4-piece to secure. All right, here Prowler on the corner. Zekken plays off of it stunningly. That's Knight down. Sees to follow up with the nade. Already, though, BLG have pulled the plug on that big foray into tree, though Neff is unsupported.
Just praying to find some kind of timing through door, but that is being watched by not just one player, 2. This shear is about to be activated. Double push past it. They want to fight these players. Nade is going to do some damage. Swing out from Levius.
That was the spike.
Down A.
Oh, YZ just headbutts that bullet. Narrates handing out 3 haircuts. Inching forward. Here comes the hit. Razorvine comes out, going to be avoided by YZ. Extreme low. YZ! It's not a molly, but close enough. John down though. Rush is having to deal with him with that classic, and Levius has got some sharp shooting here. What is this? Dominating. What is Sentinels on that B side? Utter pandemonium. And Zelsis here, of course, is a beat behind the action. Rushia makes the turn, sees him come.
And even at that, he gets the dig onto him, double face. Zelsis, there's no hope.
Okay, well, welcome to the show. What? Everything's made up. The points don't matter. Razorvine's going to slow him up. Rushia, though, not so fetid. He's able to push ahead. Make short work here of Sentinels into the grinder. They've become mulch here on Lotus.
Well, they were stacked up on the proper site, but BLG were just overwhelming with the numbers, with the superior weapons, not really able to get anything done at all.
In theory, a little bit more challenging. Just bank a nade here. Response, oh, the seize as well. Rushia, though, is able to get clear of the blast. And that combo fizzles.
BLG can't take too much forward space, but they have a couple players in Baby Door right now. Things could get awkward. Sen can dump so much utility on them right now.
They do. Rushia near side and second with one paltry point of health is able to get his, and Narrate found double. Levius is squeezed up on the side. Rushia is still there, trying to crouch, trying to hide away, trying to live. Instead of having none of it.
Like this round, Sen have 3 players ready to go. Nade, sees, caught right onto Rushia. He has to teleport to safety.
Took some damage off that though, didn't he? Just a lick though. Zekin is able to get back. Why is he dealt with? Bang has the TP out of what could have been a pretty hostile situation, and so the rubble fight goes very poorly for Bilibili. There's a pause in the action almost as it sees nade combo came in. And from now on, Bilibili have to account for that threat. I have to TP across the rubble, maybe not up.
They're able to get so much value playing around that tree position with the Guardian. Eventually, I'm sure he's going to try to pick up the Odin as well. What can BLG do here? As Sen are more than content to just play this nice and slow and go for the retake when they need to.
Second sees is coming. K9 attempts a wide swing, but second looking comfortable. Strips Neth down to 16 health. Levis has already earned that steel garden. That spike is dropped just outside of Baby Door. It's going to be a very difficult recovery mission.
This round looks like it's destined to come to a slow crumble for BLG, who will have enough to continue the pressure, buying up on the next round fully.
Make their way towards this seaside. It's just going to be the Vice and Util occupying that side, and Zelsis, as a result, playing safer here.
Sen have gone for a full re-clear through rubble. In the meantime, Bilibili slowed down at the moment by some of that defensive utility, waiting out the cloud. They're going to have to burst in. Ultimate from YZ. Zelsis is out in the open, and he's caught. Traded, though.
That sheer wall, though, is in play. This is slowing Bilibili down. Now, though, it drops. They're able to push here over towards Bend.
There are going to be so many ultimates involved in this retake. Zekin can get back in with the showstopper with this Nightfall at the same time. Steel Garden, though, hoping to make it so that Sen can't scale off of their own ultimate.
It has definitely slowed Sentinels down. Not confident, of course, without their primaries to push him, but Zekin doesn't need it. Oh, that's awkward. He'll take Rushia with him at the very least. Odds are evened. John steps up. 2 players here out of Waterfall for Sentinels, and they see the shoulder of Night. The double high-low stack, though, is tough for them to break. John knows Neff is around the corner, and he doesn't have the health to withstand an engagement.
This certainly implies that Bilibili want to maybe slow down the game. I mean, Zekin is just caught spamming through with a stinger. At least bang there for the trade back rubble.
Mark, though, has to get out.
Here.
And for Sen, happy enough with a result like that. Zelsis has his own steel guard now, could be pretty effective here. Push comes to shove at the big side of TP forward from Rushia, already gets himself there. Zelsis waits. Spike loose. Oh, that's a desperate scenario here for BLG, but why is he popping himself up? What an upshot. Narrate peers on him, but Levius is able to find the trade. And again, it is down to John. John in a 1 versus 2. John, who had to leave his Viper's pit and try and salvage the round at B.
That is bold, but necessary from YZ. Finding that trade, and from there, Bilibili maintain it, trading further, getting this advantage, putting all of the pressure on John on a round where both teams economically have so much at stake. Time has dwindled so much due to this heaven rotate.
John's not going to see much here. He has a snake bite, and Rushi just Opted for a timing.
Control, and with all of that noise being made, easy call for Bilibili to get this free B site.
Now, no Sting is now looking a little bit awkward at the periphery of the map. TP, I mean, ultimate forward from Russia in the B. They were convinced they'd have that one dead to rights, and they went wrong. SEN here have to look for a way to employ Sting as sheriffs and this singular bulldog. Line up for Zekin. Comfortable double swing that outwits him. Mind you, that operator has been maintained, even though YZ went down previously, so it should be a comfortable end to the round for Bilibili. They've got all players up. They still got util to spend. Sentinels probably don't want to feed them too much more old economy.
We'll say that Bilibili would love to hang on to these guns. They still have a couple players at really low cash.
Oof, okay.
Nice snap from K-Knight. Finally able to get on the board in this round.
See, Sentinels finally get some rifles under their belts, but there's that operator punishing these contact peaks.
Go get it.
It ended up being a 1-for-1.
There's been a lot of early trades in this half, just like that.
Look at
in the
where
meantime,
John is playing.
Poison
So
orb
far
emitting.
back.
Poison's
up
off.
a lot towards this A site, but again, you know, they can just feel fairly content to play this for the retake when they still do have that steel guard and have the potential to collapse into that site off the back of it. But now SEN want to get back in, entrenching the site, anchoring positions now that they're doubled up. They have the read on the situation. Obviously, Bilibili making a lot of noise. They want to execute. SEN are getting over here. Narrate. No one to trade onto him. Finds the advantage for SEN.
And that was all before a Nightfall came down. Sentinels take the risk of being susceptible to that in order to have a player posted forward to get an easy kill. Now the momentum starting to peter off. YC has to just skirt around that razor vine and trigger the shield wall. Needs to try and find a way to use this op.
30
How
seconds
far
left.
will this madman push with the op in the waterfall?
Has he heard this? No, there's a player
way.
making noise behind him.
No way!
Okay, rewarded and not punished as two players from Sentinels quickly try and spring to attention. No Hall's presence for the defenders. YZ is going to be permitted to push up here again.
If he catches this second kill right now, the Nightfall could certainly be enough to win this round.
Bang wanted to check the site. It's unclear if he got any information about where YZ is set up.
Fear.
Okay, the Nightfall belatedly hit from Bilibili. Look at how decayed they are. It's easy.
Player
Night
standing.
able to spray two of them down. Narrate has to challenge YZ here. Blast pack to try and disrupt. Shorty in hand. He knows exactly where his assailant would come from, and YZ.
That poison cloud going to go forward to cover up the view from stairs. Intentions of going through tree right now. SEN, they're trying to be fast on the pivot. They've got Zekin here. Narrate wants to get back sight again. Assist John when the pressure is coming in, when he's blinded up by the paranoia.
It expires quickly enough. The YZ's brought down by Narrate. He's watching it from that high ground. John gets absolutely saved. Naf's the one with the op here. Having to peer out from tree. SEN are not going to offer up any freebies. Look where that spike is. That is going to be an extremely oppressive scenario that Bilibili have to fight into. And Nev has to do it by pushing up with the operator.
This round should simply be unwinnable for Bilibili. There should not be any way.
Sick round from Narrate. Wyatt, he was the standout. Sentinels in their last game.
Left.
Won't be able to do more than 3 here, but should be enough. Okay, all of a sudden, John brought down. Viper's Peak going to be deployed by Neff, but he still needs to plant Steel Garden. But he has a shorty inside the pit. Not the worst scenario for him. And he'll wait this out, maybe look for a timing to swing out of the wall, and he's found bang! Celsius!
Oh my god! He's going to get that C site for free. Do SEN try and actually pull back in here? They have a few players
30
near it,
seconds
but
left.
wow, look at this pivot from Bilibili to have to go through the thorns. Bay wants to swing off of it. Trades coming through, but now the site is taken. Spike should be able to be planted, but SEN have other ideas.
Yeah, YZ decayed very, very low. Sentinels though don't really follow up on the Nightfall instantly. Simply choose to get in position.
Yeah, cut off by some of those mollies, the thorns on the ground.
Planted.
Nate going to do some
Taylor.
damage tonight, and it actually nets the kill.
Decker now with the showstopper. Stopped in his tracks. YZ with an op shot now. He's in the thick of things. In the heart of the maelstrom, YZ wants to push up, and with this op. Oh, are you kidding me? Devastating impact from YZ. Almost an ace for him, but Delsus is able to interfere.
He gets the damage through the wall. Celsius down to 10. A little bit of regen, and he is going to get out of there.
4 defense side rounds is going to feel uncomfortable for Sentinels, but it is enough.
YZ now just 1 orb away from getting the showstopper.
Delsus here operates off his own util. That's Levius down. Oh, this boy! He's mad! Zelsus got the dog inside him.
Remaining. Spike down.
Takes 3
C.
just as BLG hoping to swoop in and get a nice 8-round halved. He has thrown the stick in the smoke, so they've gone over the handlebars.
Damn, that play genuinely looked angry. Some fury on the defense there from Zelsus. He looked so locked in. It's all on Rusha in a near impossible situation. Zekin still has Sappers to get back in. He can just send it, distract, while everyone else will collapse onto him. They have plenty of options here.
Bangnair's having to deal with him in the end.
Danger, here it comes.
Like the trap. Roshia, though, come down by Zekin, who didn't think there'd be a follow-up, and Levius is there.
Pushed up so far that he was, luckily for him, able to dodge that paranoia. Now SEN, they are pivoting towards this A side where BLG have drifted. They are in the right positions at the moment, giving up C. Neff weak though, backside, going to be challenging to anchor against the Horde.
This is pretty quick moves though from Sentinels up onto the A side. No upper presence yet for the defenders, and Neff gives as good as he gets.
He'll take 1 for 1 with that low HP.
K-Knight now straight to drop. Here comes that attack side Viper Ball now. It's a little bit annoying. YZ can't see past it. K-Knight might need to be activated to disrupt a potential plant. So the paint shells had the intended effect.
SEN players getting weak.
K-Knight flag! Right-click City!
Last player standing.
And they are both very low, below 60.
30 seconds
Zelsus
left.
with the sheriff, but K-Knight thought he had him. Bilibili playing second fiddle, just trying to catch up. And now without much more than Frenzy Ghost. Neff will remain tucked here most likely. This would allow the game to become even. Narrate would love to get something for this Outlaw. Some little ROI farming. And he might get something from Neff. Oh, buddy. Neff, though, doesn't overcommit. Narrate doubles back to the angle. And will handle the interloper. If only just.
The right click almost got him.
Spam here, Zekin says, okay, there's something to be had here, and he's right. 3 kills with the Stinger. Only Levius to survive, only to perish to the blast. And now, they've drawn it all out, but at what cost?
So now with the wall down, you do have Rusha with that Guardian on this A side, just jiggle peeking.
30
Now,
seconds left.
Calling it.
He knows what the situation is. Wisely, does he try to timing this? He goes to the molly!
Vulnerable enough, he's too easy to bring down, and Sentinels here have gotten exactly what they were looking for. Drawing Bilibili out of the defensive lines and straight out into the sunlight.
Planted.
And now Bilibili realized, man, we were so active, so good at responding to these early probes. And then they overheated just a little. They've got to take it with these weaker weaponry.
And YZ, he just didn't know while that Viper's wall was up how many players actually crossed in there.
We'll get this at least. Oh my goodness, guy! Eyes in the back of his head. Very timely swing there from Narrate.
Now, that would have been their way into this round, into a realistic retake, but now and after that, it is certainly not the case. When they go for this execute, you could see a world where, you know, Zekin Satchel's in, the rest of the guys get cut off by a sheer wall. Rusha's ready with a paranoia. This could get dangerous. They're ready to anchor BLG.
Zekin bounds on it, Rushia down, tries to play it safe, getting over towards the site. And Levis is good for 2. Narrate's going to be stuck here, decayed down. His position known and noted. K-Knight and Levius in no hurry as John can't even get into the site with the spike in hand. Rushia has to play safe passive, and it's bang, brought down. A couple steps ahead of the rest of his team, but Narrate at least able to find the trade. Bilibili responded to this quickly. It's a Prowler looking to check that A-side proper. Zelsus gives the orb a tap. I think he takes some hits there. Tries to back up. Neff forced away by the snake bite, though. Here's a steel guard for the attack side to pave the way for a plant.
K-Knight had intentions of retreating for a while, and the Steel Garden ensures that. Billy having to go for the full retake. Zekin is posted up so close.
Sees the Prowler now. They know, and they make use of that information to get rid of Zekin, but John is there to find the trade. Nightfall for the attack side now, and Knight doesn't know what's coming. Neff with a wrap from drop. John finds his 3rd for the round, and YZ's op is not the ideal tool for this job.
activating that door. The shear wall is still here. They've had trouble dealing with that on some of these prior C executes. It's been tough for them to manage.
Not the right weaponry to sort of follow up on that haunt. Sheer wall is still a problem. Sen don't have a way to safely clear it, to trigger it. They've got to go B.
Not even very much damage actually done. We are down to 20 seconds right now. Second satcheling in, a couple players on defense. Russia gets the first in the spam through. John was just so weak.
And there's not much more to gain from this now. Zelsis heading over towards the seaside, but that shield wall's going to get come up either way, and Neff will be waiting. Narrate steps up, and this is tit for tat stuff, round for round. Now the second wave, Paranoia thrown in. This is awkward. Zek not affected by it, but the rest of Sentinels are. Now though, time to burst forward. Wall comes down, and so does YZ. That's the op out of the game. Russia has to ult from the shadows to TP back to his spawn for safety, and that opens this side of the map up for Sentinels.
Second is taking so much space. Russia wants to get back there, but completely misreading the timings that were available to Sen to scale.
He thinks he can get in way earlier than that. And he was wrong. More than a small nuisance for Sen.
And there are still 2 anchors there, out in the open. That has to be traded.
The opening of the door is so big for Bang. He paves the way for a firing line of Sentinels to look at the seaside defenders. Now they've gotten in once again with a 2-player advantage. YZ might have to entry this with a showstopper, but Zekit is waiting for him to make his way out of that B connector. And he's ready for K9 as well. Bring me another, he says, and YZ acquiesces. An easy pick-off once more for the Rays. And it is a dastardly scenario that Russia has to find a way to unravel. And with this Guardian, he's got no choice but just to go for it. Sen encircling him to get away from the blast.
Prowler, the Viper, something like that, but it's not an option right now.
So is it a hard force? Hoping to catch a player positioned far forward, like we'd seen from YZ in the past, but BLG are actually giving a lot more map control over
30
here.
seconds left.
Now Sen are going to run into this.
YZ doesn't dare jump up.
Shot through the box, he needs to see over this wall and can't quite, so that's tree access now gained by Sentinels. Rushi though is ready. Pure stopping power. This time it's a Guardian shot to John QT's cranium. 12 seconds left. Sentinels have to go. Zeki getting sprayed down, but is able to find Rushia. YZ trying to disrupt with the blast pack, but gets caught out. Knight deals with Narrate. Zekin and Zelsis back to back for the series.
Steel Garden should be connecting on to both though. Zelsis on the run. Zekin just has the shorty trying to play back sight, but the showstopper as well. He got that with the spike going down.
Zelsis is going to be jumped on in trees, got nowhere to go. Primaries are available again! And back to back! Zekin and Zelsis put Neff in a solo situation. Signed, sealed, delivered. Sen City are back in a Masters playoffs.
Zekin was an absolute phenom on their 2 map wins, the Neon on Sunset, and an even better performance as the Rays on Lotus. Was up over 300 ACS, drops a 23 bomb on Bilibili, who made a serious go at it today.